You have got to be kidding me. This might be one of the most ridiculous things I've ever purchased in my life. I have no regrets.
Now get ready. Here we go.
What is going on, everybody? It is Arkham, and we are back at Six Flags Great Adventure. It's been about 48 hours or so since I was in Dorney Park, and now I'm back already at Six Flags Great Adventure. We're just gonna have a good day. Check out Flash, Log Flume, just to see what's going on around the park. I heard that they are making some good progress on the outside of Flash, so we're gonna go take a look at that. Otherwise, we're gonna go have a great day. Seeing that site. One of the newer things that they put since I was last here is the proclamation for the Township of Jackson, recognizing Great Adventure's 50th anniversary. Really cool. Really cool. It's a very nice day out. Not too hot, not too cold either. It's pretty reasonable. We're gonna go over to Flash first, see what is new. I know the giant wheel is open. Hopefully we can get on that. I am just by myself today, but hopefully we can just hop right on ourselves and just have a good time. Maybe we get a couple cycles if they allow us. We'll find out in a minute. Wow, it is really cool seeing the giant wheel in motion, but I was only here maybe a couple of days ago, and already some big things I'm seeing. We already have the Toro stand open, but remember what I was talking about, those steel poles last vlog? Well, guess what? They're already in place. We'll get a better view, but they are already getting put in place. Really, really exciting progress from this part. You can see it a little bit there. We'll get to the other side with Justice Week, and you'll get a better sight from there. But they're already putting the transfer building, the transfer shed together for this ride. So let's see if I can get a better sight of that. Man, these trees have already been growing since the last time I was here, but there's a chain link fence here, so it seems like they're really pushing to get this pathway opened as soon as possible. The shed is still sporting that color. There's a crane over there. A little hard to see what else is going on. They're doing grouting right now throughout all the supports. A lot of work, a lot of work. Let's go check in from the other side. So here's the giant wheel. One thing you'll notice right away is that single riders are not permitted. So just keep that in mind if you are here to visit. It's pretty much what I figured. It's probably because one rider would make the whole thing a little bit on the unbalanced side. So they just made it so that, okay, no single riders. Because if you had another person with you, it would just be one on each side. And it would be as simple as that. But we're going to head over to Movie Town, check in from the opposing side of Flash, because I'm really intrigued by the structure they're putting up the transfer shed. Let's go through Movie Town. Here's how things are looking at the present moment. Just about no wait. They've added giant wheel to the list since the last time, since it has now opened up. Pretty much everything looks to be no wait. Nitro has reopened. It was closed when I first got here, so about what I figured. Really nice. Really nice. Checking in on Wonder Woman. They got 2 cranes now on the site of Wonder Woman to check in on it, but it doesn't look like it's getting any better. I think they're just gonna have to let all that hydraulic leak out as they're replacing it with the new part that they're getting from Zamperla. It is not looking too good. I don't know if they're gonna repaint it at all, which they probably are, but that's a lot, oh my god. It doesn't look that good. They're not even playing the music over here. As for over here, this is supposedly going to be an entrance for a fright maze. We don't know the exact details just yet, but some pathway thing is being worked out. It's not gonna be a big one. They've also put balloons over by the retro bar. We're gonna get a closer look at that momentarily. Retro bar is closed, but I believe the retro store is open. It's really nice. I got 2 items from the retro shop. I just want to show you guys because they have some really cool things. First things they have is that they have a really cool pin set for like $39.99. They're all 50th items. So they have a big wheel one, a swashbuckler, 50 years carousel, Six Flags Great Adventure, a 50th log flume, and then another one with the new 50th logo on it. And then probably what was the biggest steal for me was this shirt, which I have to say is incredible. I think the shirt is, ooh, I just dropped it. Let me get a good sight of the shirt. So it's all really nice shirt. It's got the whole flag. It's kind of like a 4th of July shirt. It's got Nitro, Joker, Sky Screamer, Jersey Devils Turnaround, The Entrance, El Toro Ka, Wonder Woman. It's a really cool shirt. I love this. I love this a lot. So when you're around, go check out the retro shop. They got a lot of really cool merch on the inside. So now we are in front of Cyborg. We're gonna check in on Flash from back here. One thing right away is I think they're testing the lights on Cyborg. It's a little bit hard to tell. But yeah, you can see they are running the lights. It's probably not very easy to tell from where I am in terms of like where everything else is, but they're definitely doing that. All the steel that was right here, it's gone. I'm actually gonna show you where all that steel is right now. They also have this right here. I don't know if they're gonna put something there or they're just looking to replace it. They also got a spot right there. But right now I'm gonna show you where all that steel is. There it is. That's all the steel. It's going into the transfer building that is right over here. It's kind of stretching a little bit more out than I thought it would. But very interesting. This is definitely something we're gonna have to look out for in the coming days. But right where like all that plate of concrete is, that's where this seems to be. It's really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing more progress in what gets put into those places. And that's what they've been doing this whole time. There's that red tent, even more steel. That could be also a blockade like what they have with the chain link fence at that 3rd and 4th launch, at that other launch at the front. This could be similar to that. We'll have to just see where more of it comes into play, but that's all the steel. All the steel is no longer in front of Cyborg. That's where it's being used for. So we'll just have to keep our eyes out in the coming weeks, see what becomes of this. Now, how badly will I do on this ride? Let's find out. It's Justice Week time. I'm just now on the back side of the retro bar here. I just got one ride on Justice Week with about 231k points. Not too bad of a point. I kind of screwed myself in the first scene because of how much I destroyed my accuracy, but other than that, it was a pretty solid ride. It's one thing where you could really get nice and accurate once you get into the new projection room, and that's really where it just locks everything in. So you just got to be mindful of that when you're going on this ride. Well, other than that, it's a really good time. We're gonna go on Batman. I think it'll be very interesting now to ride Batman after I had ridden Talon at Dorney on Monday. So let's go check it out. One ride in the back row of Batman. They're doing really good ride. Very intense ride. The operations team deserves a huge shout out. They are rolling trains on Batman, which is very hard to do. So I gotta give the operations team huge props for really pushing these trains forward. I think there's only like maybe one other group with me on the ride. Like they are pushing trains like they got a full queue, which is as it should be. So huge shout out to the Batman, the ride team over there. They're really doing awesome with a very awesome ride. Now let's go on Nitro. Now this is what I love to see. Nitro is a station wait, and they are also rolling trains. I mean, they are more than ready for 3 train ops. It's just a matter of time when they put that 3rd train on. It is Wednesday, so I don't expect them to throw a 3rd train on today, but you know what? Maybe this weekend. Maybe they'll throw on that 3rd train this weekend. You never know. But we will find out in due time when that happens. Got one ride in on Nitro in my favorite seat of all time. What a fun hypercoaster that is. You can't really compare that to Steel Force. It's just a fun roller coaster. You just can never go wrong with a ride on Nitro. And speaking of rides, you know you can't go wrong with. Let's go on Jersey Devil. Oh my god, it's got no weight. Oh my god, it's got no weight. Are you kidding me? Wow. I have to do a marathon now, right? I gotta do a marathon. Alright, we're doing a marathon. How about them apples? We just got 2 rides on Jersey Devil. The line started to get long, so the marathon had to get cut a little bit short. But it was 1 ride in row 7, 1 ride in row 8. All good rows towards the back. That's where it's best. That's where people should be riding Jersey Devil. If you're lucky to get a seat in the back, absolutely take it, because it is certainly the best seat in the house for the Devil. We're gonna go on Skull Mountain next. Got my 1 ride in on Skull Mountain in the back row, which again is the best row on that ride. I don't know what we'll try to accomplish now. I just read that in the next couple minutes it's going to start raining, so I want to get to the other side of the park, so we're going to do that as quickly as we can here, and then see how much of the rides on the other side we could do. Maybe we will just go to Cod at this point in the event that it actually is weather. Just knock Cod out of the way, and then if we don't get to the others, it's okay. So we're gonna go pretty quickly here and try to beat out and hope and knock on wood that the storm passes, because it technically wasn't even supposed to be raining today. That's not, or at least not until later today. So let's see how much of this we can get done. I see a King of Cod in the background. It is running, so we're gonna get to there as quickly as we possibly can. Newer kind of shirt. Never seen this one before. It's a nice one. So merch slowly rolling out. More 50th anniversary merch, which is cool. Not that it's anything special, but the sign is knocked down from where it was. Oh wait, it was duct tape. It's duct tape. Intimate is still doing some work over at Zumanjaro, but the gondola grabber cars are not at the top, so there is potential that maybe this weekend they can open it up. It's not open today, but maybe this weekend it might reopen, so there's a chance for that to happen, knock on wood, but there's no guarantees just yet. Another ride down is Twister. This one will probably be down for a little bit, mainly because it is a rarer ride now, so don't expect this one to open up for a little bit. There's Wilma. And over here in the corner, I don't know what he's doing, but Fred's over there. You good, mate?
You sitting out? Yo, look at the hair, bro. Okay.
Figured I'd show you what it says right out here outside Zumanjaro. Zoom and Jaro drop it to currently closed as we perform routine maintenance and annual inspections required by the manufacturer, Intamin. We apologize for any inconvenience and thank you for your understanding. We invite you to enjoy one of our other attractions at this time. It's really great seeing the park include more ways of communicating issues with rides to the guests. Simple things like this goes a really long way. So shout out to the park for providing a good effort in providing us updates on the ride and just giving us more communication with closed rides especially. So even though it's unfortunate it is closed, it's at least good seeing that they are saying something about it, which is good. All done with Kingda Ka, one ride in row 4. Man, it feels so good to be back on Kingda Ka. That launch is unworldly. You cannot compare that launch to anything else in the world. And from other coasters I've done. I mean, you can't. It's so good. It's so good. Love the launch. It's short, but it's really sweet. So right now, my plan is we're gonna fill up water, but I'm gonna skip El Toro. I'm gonna come back to Toro later on when it gets to the closing hour. So that way I could just lap El Toro without any issues. So we're gonna go back towards Medusa and do Runaway Mine Train, and we'll check in on Log Flume. Let's go. Wow, they're crushing it with the El Toro ops too. Today's just a good day for ops. Good on them. Good on them. Trains aren't even full. It's gonna make it really easy to marathon later. Knock on wood again that it stays relatively good. We got about an hour until Medusa closes, so let's make the most of it. Ah, the sun's back out. We got one ride in on Medusa. I'm pretty sure it's all we're gonna get anyway. Oh my gosh, look at this wide open space. There are no trucks here. So it seems like they're done for the day. I don't see anything over the I don't see anything not out of place, so no markers. If this 2025 roller coaster is happening. Let me just... Oh yeah, that's just garbage. Okay. But still a lot of work to do. I mean, just looking here, we still got the crest of that final drop that still needs to get put in. So we'll keep an eye on that. That definitely has to get put in, unless they're gonna fabricate it themselves, which is possible. Here we are at the final drop. So far, not much has changed here. The spindle that was in the corner didn't really move either. Not a lot of changes up front here. I think this piece, if they haven't put this piece in yet, I think they're gonna fabricate a new one. You can kind of see they got like those little metal pieces right there. So my guess is, especially with the wood, they might be trying to find a way to level it on, or they're gonna just make their own at this rate. It is a complicated piece, and all that brick that's there, I mean, yikes. So that's a rough looking piece, but you could see where like a lot of the whole board was like repainted, and it looks amazing. So repainting wise, it looks fantastic. So let's check out the other front. All right. So here we are again. It looks like the flooring is actually all done in there. All done. Yep. The floor is just about done in there. One piece they're putting in the that sort of foam edging that sort of comforts the boat. The boat is now further in, as you can see. So now I think it's just a matter of doing turntable stuff. This whole wood base here is definitely new. I'm not sure what that's exactly going to be for. Maybe that's a new operating table, which is possible. I don't exactly know. So if anybody knows more about that, let me know. But we'll keep an eye on this little deck here a little bit later. The lift treads are not even on the lift right now, and they have a water vacuum right here. And you can see where it is a little bit more darker. That is actually that same steel beam that we saw over by the end of the final drop. So it seems like they welded those in place. And it seems like that's going to be the story with a lot of these pieces, the remaining pieces here. They're going to weld a lot of these together and maybe they'll repaint over it. We'll just have to look out for this. I can't wait to see this wheel start spinning again very, very soon. Hopefully to get it open before it gets to Fright Fest, but I highly doubt it. Usually this ride does close when it gets to Fright Fest. So this might, if there's any project that might get pushed back to next year or open next year, it's probably going to be this one. This is such a complicated project, like more complicated than Flash is. So I could see them kind of saying, you know what, let's not beat a dead horse here. Let's just figure out a strategy for next season. And look, my only reasoning for saying that is I would rather them have a reliable, redone to a really good standard than reopen it rushed and it has issues. I know log flumes are usually on the more reliable side, but still, why not we increase the longevity of the ride and just give it another season and just open it in 2025 as intended. But you know what, it is what it is. I mean, it might not open this season, but again, I'd rather have a reliable log flume than an unreliable log flume. But let's go on a ride that will probably forever be reliable. Runaway Mine Train. Let's see if we can get row 2. Alright, I did 3 rides on the Runaway Mine Train in the front car. And the moral of the story is this: the front car on the Death Hill literally has that name for a reason. It tries to kill you. The air time on that last hill before going across the lake is one of the damnest things I've ever experienced. I cannot express row 1 and 2 enough on this roller coaster. It is absolutely ridiculous. When you get the chance, ride this in the front. Just do it. Just do it. Looks like these shirts are also here outside of El Toro, which are cool. Alright. 80 minutes. Let's see how many we can do. My crazy self just did a 15-ride marathon on El Toro to end out the night. I'm not going to close it out because I do want to get something that I saw in the shop that I didn't think would be there. I thought they just wanted to stop selling it for a specific reason, but I want to get it real quick. It's actually right over here. So I'm going to go and grab that, and I'm going to make my way out of here. You have got to be kidding me. This might be one of the most ridiculous things I've ever purchased in my life. I have no regrets. Alright, we're heading down Dream Street for the final night. The one thing that we're looking forward to probably in the coming week or so is going to be Six Flags Adventure World. Once that opens up, we'll probably have a separate video for the contents that are inside. So be on the lookout for something along the lines for Six Flags Adventure World when that does open up. Hopefully that opens up very, very soon. I can see that opening before Flash opens up. But other than that, this was like a last minute trip. I didn't think I'd come here and spend a good amount of time as much as I did here, but this was a really, really good day. And just like every other time we come here to Great Adventure for this season, once we head out of the park, let's check in on Flash. Okay, so this is where all the steel is. It's right on the right side of that 4th and the 7th launch. So it seems like it's all, once again, going towards that transfer area. It seems like they're building some kind of excess building there. It's not going to be the entrance, but it's interesting. They have a lot more steel in the back too, so then again, they could be prepping something else for that little area. But it is the start of the transfer shed, as mentioned earlier. Let's see if we can see anything else. A lot of cat bulldozers and a lot of utility trucks back over here in this area. It looks like they're going to be they are starting tree clearing right here. It's a little hard to see because of the fence, but they are clearing out all the trees. Just so you guys are aware, that whole space that they are clearing out right now, that is supposedly going to be for the show, for the indoor queue. Yes, most of the queue is stated to be indoors for the attraction. There is a rumor going around that there might even be a pre-show. There might be a pre-show for this ride, which would be awesome. A good way to divide up the crowd, especially knowing that this ride is only going to operate under one train. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. This was a really fun day. Leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, and always thank your ride-ups. And I will catch you guys in the next update. Bye!
Here we go.